Yeah, nah, that's fine.
All right, next one. Next one from King. He said, "What boxes have to be checked off for you to consider an album or a mixtape a classic?"
No skips.
No skips is. I think I got to take that off of mine now because we get that shit like once every decade.
I don't know, because sometimes I be hearing
Yeah, I
I'll
think no
hear-
skips is damn near impossible.
here's the thing. Sometimes I be hearing shit with no skips, and I don't think it's a classic. I just like every song on there, but I don't think it's a classic.
Yeah. I hear
Okay,
that.
I feel what you're saying.
Because I heard
Like,
something. I
it-
heard something recently where it's like it was like at 12 songs, and
Like
I'm
you
like,
feel like it's not timeless type shit.
yeah.
Right.
I feel what you're saying for sure.
So I think that for me, it would be like the flow of the album.
Yeah, it can't be
Definitely.
just bangers.
Yeah, it can't be just. I mean, I'm not against that, but they have to have great transitions in between.
Gotta coexist with each
Yeah.
other and shit.
I would say probably, versatility as far as range within subject matter, topics and shit.
Versatility, like just each song sounded different too.
Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna tell you what, like Gunna's new album, he got a few records on there to where the song literally sounds like exactly like the last one, but the way that it flowed to me is cool. I've been really big on that Jameson Velvet album, and
That shit
personally,
slept on, bro.
yeah, I'm starting to think that that's a classic for real. Like I think the more that I listen to it,
That for me is a classic.
and that's another record to where, though the songs do sound different, like that nigga literally did the same song 2-3 times over in that album, and it was fire though.
Also, with the Jameson Velvet, I consider that a classic. Also,
Yeah.
There's some songs on there I don't like.
Yep,
But I
yep.
still consider it a
Yep.
classic.
I feel you on that for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. How soon do y'all call something a classic?
It's gotta sit.
Yeah.
Gotta sit.
Yeah, I would
only
have to
one-
be listening to it for like I don't know, like a good amount of time for me to say like, okay, yeah, I know for sure that I will forever be listening to this shit.
Only one I said was an instant classic that I know of two in my life: 400 Degrees and Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City for sure. Classic for me. I always get them mixed. It's the College Dropout, and what's the other one?
You talking about the next one, Late Registration?
Late Registration. It's Late Registration. That's for me is my favorite, probably my favorite album of all time.
That was a great run. You know what I mean? And I remember listening back to those, but I don't think that initially in my head I was like, "Yo, this is a classic." Like I think I just was so deep in enjoying the album, that
Well, I was
I
too
didn't
young.
think about.
So that I like got into it later on.
I feel that, yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Those songs resonate with me like crazy. Like the
Yeah.
beats and shit and what he's talking about, and that shit is fucking crazy.
Those two, definitely, when I heard them, I was like, all right, this is going to be a class. I know for a fact I'm going to be listening to them forever.
Right.
I feel like Kanye got like two of, like, maybe 4 classics. I'm about to bring up one. Y'all probably may or may not agree with me. So the next one I think is a classic, and it took me years to realize it was a classic. My Twisted Dark Fantasy.
I feel like that's the one that
is a
everyone says
classic.
is a classic.
I
though.
think that
I
is a
think
classic.
that's a classic. And sometimes, if you, certain days, you might catch me saying that's his best album.
I can respect that, and for
a
a
lot
lot
of people
reasons.
say that. I feel like. I feel like a lot of people say that.
A lot of people just, and also some people, like his first 2 albums, some people just like stuck
Hold
on
on.
those.
Yeah.
But I feel like, the Twisted Dark Fantasy, I was like, man, that album is amazing.
To
I
me,
like 808s. Is for me. It's fucking.
I love 808s too.
808s was great, especially with him transitioning at the time that he did, in the way that he did. No one was making music
Exactly.
like
That's
it.
why for me it hit me the way it did, and that was like when I was actually first finally getting into music, like looking up lyrics and shit.
Yeah.
So I was actually like taking that shit in, and it was like you said, some super different shit. Like people hated that shit, and people still now say that that's when he fell off or whatever. Like that's when he
Yeah.
started to go downhill. But for me, that shit revolutionized music. For like, there's no Drake without that shit for me. Like,
808s is a masterpiece.
yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
It really is.
I know people say some people be saying Yeezus is his best album. I don't.
Nah.
Really, I ain't really like that. I like that.
I like it. I like it a lot, but it's not his best album.
Yeah.
I think that's another like shit. Like a lot of shit nowadays is like not. I wouldn't say sounding like it, but it's like using crazy ass noises and sounds like that. Like that album was having, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think Yeezus is like Yeezus to me seemed like it was.
That was when he was on his like rant crazy shit.
Yeah, I was like a lot of experimentation.
Yeah.
A lot of
I mean, well, he's always on his rants and shit, right?
right,
Yeah.
but like a lot of unchecked emotion. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was almost like
Like he was just doing it, whatever the fuck. I mean, that shit wild, bro. I
he
feel
was
like,
acting like a disobedient child type shit, you know. But I think that with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, you saw such an evolution in his song structuring, the production,
the features he got on that album is fucking unbelievable, bro.
bro, the placements of the features and
The Rick Ross
everything.
song.
Yeah, that shit is
RZA on that one
crazy.
song, Jay-Z, bro. He got that whole album's crazy.
Yeah, that was like one of the best times of music. Cause right before that, he was doing the Good Fridays, where he was
Yeah,
dropping like
exactly.
a new song every Friday.
Exactly.
That was just like the
His
pinnacle of
marketing,
music right there.
For sure, bro.
His marketing was crazy during that time too.
Yeah, the best marketing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? I like Donda a lot. I thought that was a really good album.
I thought Donda was good.
I like
Yeah.
I thought Donda was good.
I like the one. Is it Pablo? Yeah.
My Life of Pablo, whatever.
I like Life of Pablo.
To me,
Life
I
of
think
Pablo,
that's
yeah.
low key a classic, bro.
I don't know about I don't
think
know if
there's
I would dub
timeless-
it a classic.
I think there's a lot of timeless shit on there.
I do agree, and I think that it doesn't get the
Yeah.
credit it deserves.
I feel like Waves is fucking.
Yeah, well, I was about to read that
phenomenal.
the song with Chris Brown.
Yeah, bro.
That's like one of Kanye's best songs. Right
Yeah,
there.
I think so.
What's the thing was 30 hours? 30 hours.
30 hours
on
is
it?
30
phenomenal,
hours
bro.
is
No more parties in LA
Exactly.
with Kendrick. He got a lot of that song. I can't think of the name of the song. Rihanna.
That
That
he
song
got Cudi
hard.
on that song. He got, bro. His features are always. I feel like whenever he has people on his songs, he like fucking like directs them the way he needs them to, and he makes the best shit when he gets with other people, bro.
Kanye
Like,
probably got
he
top
says that
5
that's his-
discographies.
He says that no, for sure. He says that that's his like superpower is like getting people and like making shit like using people type shit basically. and
But-
and people I've seen people talk about him and he basically just uses them until he don't need them no more and make whatever fire shit he need to make and moves on type shit. Which is crazy, but
Got him where he wanted to be.
it would be I mean it would be worth getting used for a little minute after that shit. Your name is, you know what I'm saying? People get used for a little bit and then they have their own brands and blow
at
the fuck up, bro.
Consequence.
There's many people, a lot of people doing that shit. Like people that worked with him on Yeezy seasons, like different Yeezy seasons, and now they're doing their own shit, making.
Yeah, it's
Everything
certain
they want.
certain people like he use them and they don't really capitalize. For example,
Yeah, exactly.
the designer, he didn't really capitalize a lot off what he had.
I feel like he sabotaged his opportunity, trying to be seen and trying to like if he would have followed Kanye's formula, I think everything would have worked to his advantage. That Timmy Turner song wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. Like
I think it was a smart something for the kids.
I feel like people love that song.
I thought the song was decent.
I think
the chorus on it
Designer
was
just
great.
all like him as an artist was like almost like like a lot of the shit nowadays is like kids listening to it, like Lil Ass Jits listening to this shit.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like the main.
to me, when he came out with Panda, he had the foundation to be one of the greatest artists right now. Like just in the sense of having exposure, having.
I don't think he ever really had it. Had it? You think so?
No, he never had it
Right.
because he did not develop it. When Panda dropped, there was the big argument of is this future, right?
Right. That's what everyone.
And that
was talking about.
stirred around while he got out his first few singles or his first few features at least. But it played into his advantage really well. We listened to everything that Designer was on until
Just
he
because he
Yep.
sounded like bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know. That's a lot of the shit. Even in fashion, is like
And there's never another
that's how
artist.
shit starts.
Yeah, there's
It's
never
just like biting off of other people type shit, or sounding or looking like other people like vape and shit was basically forces, bro. Just a bunch of different colors and putting patent leather on them shits. It's like, I don't know. A lot of this shit is crazy. Like, just redoing shit in their own little, put the little stamp on it, and it's something new. And people fucking with it just because a lot of people fuck with shit that is just comfortable and
Familiar.
shit is familiar to them. Yeah, exactly. Nostalgic or whatever the fuck.